Can you guys see that back there? That is Marco the Jet swinging along over there. I was just over there actually taking some cars off my shelf, and I kind of bumped him, and he started flailing in the air. I was worried he was going to fall off the hook, but he is good. And welcome back, guys, to another Disney Docket presentation. Today, we're going to be taking a look at not just Finn McMissile, but Palace Danger Finn McMissile. In my opinion, one of the weirdest names they could have possibly used to describe a character ever. Like, it's basically saying, like, House Party Lightning McQueen, or, like, actually, I don't know, it's even worse than that. It's like saying, I need to think of something, but, like, really, Palace Danger? I just don't understand that name. I could have, like, preferred Yelling Finn McMissile, like, Dangerous Finn McMissile, like, I don't know, but I like him a lot. I really am happy that Mattel decided to re-release this version this year instead of just the regular version of Finn McMissile that kind of gets a little boring and repetitive since he has been out for nearly 10 years. But yeah, this guy was included first in Case K of 2020 singles. I unboxed it recently, so I'll link that in the description and card suggestion if you're interested to watch it for the first time or just check it out again, because it is a very, very fun video. I love my case unboxings. So thankfully they did use the original art for him. This art was first used on the 2-pack with Doug Speedjack when he was released in 2013. Doug Speedjack is one of the police bobbies. And obviously that was made in China, which is this version here, and we'll compare them in a bit. But now he is in the London Chase series. I love the little silhouette there of Big Ben and the London Tower Bridge with the clouds. It looks amazing, nice and simple. You can also see it here on the back, London Chase. And there is a nice little picture of Holley, McQueen, Mather, Professor Z, and Finn McMissile getting surrounded by all 4 families of lemons. It always mind-boggled me, like, how did the 4 families manage to get in the 4, like, streets? Like, how did they manage to get in that intersection, like, and coordinate that so well? Like, that was a very coordinated attack. Anyways, the Lemons' evil plans ended a thrilling chase through the busy city streets of London. Los planes malvados de Lemons se terminan en una emocionante persecución por las atrejadas calles de la ciudad de Londres. And there is the stock image of Finn McMissile, Holley Shiftwell, which they've been using those for years. And there is Funny Face Mather with the bomb, and Race Team Sarge. So it's actually pretty cool that these 3 images have been in use forever, especially Sarge and Holley Shiftwell. They used these on the original 2011 May 1st debut for Cars 2 releases, but obviously this one's a newer release. He was first released in 2017. But I'll be right back with Palace Danger Finn McMissile all opened up. So I actually found this guy today in my local Target store. I was pretty thrilled. I haven't seen new singles in forever. The last time I saw new singles had to have been in March, because, you know, the last time I went to a store before the quarantine and lockdown was March 12th. That was the day I found, I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was the 10th, where I found Ponchy Wipeouts, or actually Paul Conrev's hauler. And then I did start going back to some stores in June, but I only found like Rocket Racer, Paul Conrev, and Cam Spinner. I found the color changers, and I did find a couple other things like some fan favorites, but all the singles were always bare. But I went today and they actually moved the cars section to a new aisle. They had, you know, the new 11 packs out, which I picked one up because they look so cool, and they had remnants of Case K. So no Ernesto, no Silver Cruz, but they did have the 2 DJs and Palace Danger Finn, so I picked an extra up to open. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to review him today, because he actually looks really different from the original release here in terms of color. The expression slightly different, and even the model kind of looks a little thinner, but we'll dive into that in a second. There is pretty much where he appeared in the movie, as close as I could get to the expression. But obviously, we know Finn is a main character in Cars 2. So being released from Thailand, he does kind of have this segmented eye plate right here, which is plastic, whereas before it was all one piece and this was metal and it was, a part of the body. So I guess it's easier for them to, switch out the eye plates by having it be a separate piece. Of course, he has the M logo there, the hood ornament for McMissile. I also like these side view mirrors, of course, very classic on an old car like an Aston Martin to have them up there like that. I really do like that. Of course, he's got, his headlights and these little fender things here, the guards, which we all know are grappling hooks, and we know the headlights are actually missile launchers, and we know this thing's actually a machine gun. Jesus, Finn, you scare me sometimes. And now his mouth is open wide, like it's an absolute grizzly bear, like a gorilla. Like it's pretty insane how wide it is open. And it always was like this, but it just is pretty insane. Like it's a very aggressive expression. Now I like the eyes on this a lot. A lot of people complain about Thailand's eyes. I love these eyes. They look great. I also like the color a little bit more on the Thailand fin. It's a little bit more grayed out. It's not as blue, and I feel like that's more accurate to the movie. Just me personally, I think it is. On the sides here, you can see the rims, which are pretty much the same, but they are different. That one centerpiece doesn't stick out as much. It's a little bit more incorporated into the spokes. You have the door handle there. And on the back here, the windows are still plastic, by the way. You have that M logo again, and then his license plate's always been 314 FMCM. So that stands for obviously Finn McMissile, and then 314 is March 14th, which is Pi Day, but actually has nothing to do with Finn McMissile. 314 is actually Michael Caine's birthday, who voiced Finn McMissile in Cars 2. It's kind of cool to be born on Pi Day, though. You guys know what I mean by Pi Day, though. Pi as in the mathematical constant. But yeah, that is the comparison between the Chinese version and the Thailand version. I really like this Thailand version. It's probably one of my favorite releases so far from Thailand, just because I don't think it got any worse. I actually think it got better. N19A means he was made in the 19th week of 2020 at the A factory. Made in Thailand. So yeah, we were talking about color a little bit, and Mattel does struggle with these spies color. Like you have Holley Shiftwell here, who they recently also released from Thailand, but they released her in this hot pink, whereas from China, she was purple. Like look at that. They look like two entirely different cars, or at least variations, whereas they are technically meant to be the same. Like this is Holley Shiftwell, straight up. And this is also just straight up Holley Shiftwell. Seems like a video game paint job here. It honestly looks like something out of Cars 2, the video game. But yeah, I actually really do like these Thailand variations of the spies. I'm glad that they did put them in the 2020 line to diversify a little bit, so we aren't just getting inundated with racers and trainees. Always happy to see some Cars 2 stuff in the mix. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know, who do you prefer, Finn McMissile or Holley Shiftwell? What are your thoughts on this new variation of Finn? Will you pick him up? Do you have the Palace Danger version? Or do you just have, a regular version of Finn, which looks pretty lame when you compare it to these Palace Danger versions? Palace Danger Finn McMissile. I wish I could be called that, Palace Danger Disney Docket. It sounds like you're big dog on the street. If you can get the title Palace Danger, or whatever danger, if you could get School Danger, I don't know, something like that, you're alpha in my opinion. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon for another review and another video. This video is probably coming out while I'm in college. I'm pre-recording all these videos so I can release them while I'm away. So yeah, today is August 3rd. Probably won't be released for a while though. See you guys soon. Bye now.